Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So it looks like the era of the ATF roaming free without oversight, completely unchecked, creating rules and regulations that make criminals out of law-abiding citizens is about to end. This is a really interesting story. You guys want to stick around for this one, so let's talk about what's going on. So on November 28th, House Republican member Jim Jordan, who's also a member of the Judiciary Committee, sent a letter to the director of the ATF, a scathing letter, basically saying that we're going to hold you accountable. We are going to rein you in. We are going to request information and documents. We will subpoena you if necessary over your rulemaking process, the same rulemaking process that they've been using for, let's say, like braces and stuff like that. This letter was saying that after the election, now that the Republicans have taken over the House, and Jim Jordan is now going to be the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, there are going to be some changes. I want to read you guys this letter, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. But this letter is extremely eye-opening, and it's nice to finally see that somebody is standing up to the ATF, again, making criminals out of the law-abiding. Now, keep in mind while we read this letter that it's been the rulemaking that's been the problem with the ATF this whole time. The ATF is there to simply enforce laws that Congress passes. That's their job, not to create all of these rules and regulations that effectively change law. So let me go ahead and put this letter up on the screen. So Jim Jordan writes, "Dear Director Dettelbach, as we prepare for the 118th Congress, we write again to obtain your voluntary compliance with the outstanding requests for documents and information necessary for our oversight. We appreciate your prompt attention to these outstanding matters. Over the past 21 months, we have made several requests for information and documents concerning the BATF efforts to regulate firearms through the rulemaking process. We reiterated and itemized these requests in our recent letter of November 3rd, 2022, which is enclosed for your convenience. To date, you have ignored these requests or you have failed to respond sufficiently. Please be aware that if our requests remain outstanding at the beginning of the 118th Congress, the committee may be forced to resort to compulsory process to obtain the material we require. In addition, to advance our oversight, again, another word that I love to hear because it means somebody's actually paying attention to what they're doing, we may require prompt testimony from the ATF employees. We expect your unfettered cooperation in arranging for the committee to receive testimony from ATF employees. Please be advised that any such testimony would be in addition to periodic hearings we anticipate convening, if necessary, with Robert Warren, Deputy Chief Legislative Affairs Division, concerning the status of outstanding requests for documents and testimony. The congressional oversight power, rooted in Article 1 of the Constitution, is broad and indisposable. The authority encompasses inquiries into the administration of existing laws, studies of proposed law, and surveys of defects in our socio-economical and political system for the purpose of enabling Congress to remedy them. The Judiciary Committee authorized to conduct oversight of ATF pursuant to the rules of the House of Representatives." And in the end it says, "Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Sincerely, Jim Jordan, Ranking Member." To be honest, this is what I've been asking for years now, for somebody to step up and say, hey, look, you guys are going too far. You're doing too much. Your rulemaking process is excessive. You're not responding to requests. We need to talk to you. And so if you're not going to talk to us, we're going to go ahead and subpoena you. We're going to want to talk to your employees. We're going to want to talk to the director. We want to figure out exactly what's going on so that we can fix it. That's what we need here. The House Judiciary Committee has jurisdiction to oversee the ATF, and so they single-handedly could put a stop to everything that we've seen going on so far. It bothers me to see that they've been basically running free, I'm sure at the direction of the DOJ, telling them, hey, we want this to happen, we want that to happen, and we even know that advocacy groups against the Second Amendment have gone to the ATF and said, hey, this is what we want. And they go ahead and they comply, but they don't ever comply when it's somebody from our side. We leave comments, we follow the rules, we do what we're supposed to do, and there's nobody to represent us. So hopefully, Jim Jordan seems like a good guy. Obviously, I don't really trust any politician, but he seems like a good guy, and hopefully he's working for us on this one. So could this have an effect on the whole brace rule thing? Yeah, I think so. There was a delay. We were supposed to see the rule come out in December, and now it's been delayed till this month, January of 2023, but we still haven't seen the rule come out yet. Well, maybe this letter's getting a little bit of attention. Maybe they're going to follow up on it now that Jim Jordan is actually the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Anything that happens with the ATF is going to go through them, and they have oversight, and they could essentially put a stop to it. So this is very good news for us. I hope that he follows up with it. I hope that he follows through with this letter. To me, it almost feels like a promise to the people to follow up. And so I hope that he does, because with this new rule coming out, again, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see millions of Americans have problems now because the ATF has decided through their rulemaking process that they don't like something. And so they're going to essentially ban it using the GCA and the NFA and so forth. So again, this is a really important letter, and it's very important that Jim Jordan is now the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, because it basically puts everything that he said in this letter into motion. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.